What's up, everybody? It's your man, Stephen Parker, and we are here live at the KDYA studios, and I am so honored to have this young man with me. But before I introduce him, would you do me a favor and push the share button so that someone can be blessed and inspired by this brother? I'm telling you, he will definitely touch your hearts. Let me tell you about him. He is from Oakland, California. Absolutely. He was on his way to play professional football, but God whispered in his ear and gave him another plan, changed his life. Now he is the pastor of Elevate Gospel Outreach in Oakland, California. He's married to Michelle. He has 3 beautiful daughters, Amani, Brandy, and Faith. And he is here with me in studio, and I am so honored to have him with me. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Stephen Parker Show, Pastor Larry Austin.
What's up, my bro? Way to bring me out, baby. Bring me out, bring me
Did I
out.
bring you
man.
out
Yes,
right?
sir, you brought me out, man. Yes, sir. Oh, what a
Yes,
blessing,
sir.
man. I done got introduced by my God, man. I'm all right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And let me start by saying, and we're going to talk about your upbringing and all that.
Yeah.
But I saw you on social media, man, and it touched my heart so much to where, and I had tears coming out of my eyes because I'm from the inner cities, and you go and you set up on a corner in the hood, and you minister and you talk to people. And I seen all the people walking by, and I said, that used to be me walking by like that, lost and didn't know who I was, man. And I said, I got to get this brother, and we got to sit down and really just get to the root and the essence of what, caused you to do stuff like that, because the modern church doesn't do that anymore, So, man, tell us about growing up in Oakland, man, how it all got started.
I mean, Oakland for me, man, I think I've been a passenger on my journey, man, most of my life, man. Grew up, man, pretty much single-parent home in Oakland, and, my mother was trying to figure it out. Kind of, my father was in prison most of the time, so I stayed with grandma, auntie, and so, man, I just kind of been carried around, so I saw life, and, what my auntie and them had going on in that neighborhood in the Acorn, and drugs, and, I kind of idolized that, because I'm trying to get money. I'm growing up in struggle. I see what money do, and so I'm seeing that. I want to do that. Football is kind of also in my view, man. So, Oakland was a place, man, where I saw hustle. I saw the grind, man. I also saw football, Oakland Raiders and all that, man. So I think I grew up seeing the passion of hustle out of struggle, right? Like we going through it, but we going to make something of ourselves. And I had a dream to play football, so I'm going to bring my hustle to this football field, right? So God used football to help me bypass the streets that I walked through, right? I saw the drug game. I'm connected to cats, but, football was that thing God used to give me a vision. I was over the fence. Like, you can't stand right here the whole time.
Right.
Some of the cats on the block would say, man, get out of here. You play football. Man. Get out of here, man.
They look out for you. They knew you was on another path.
They knew it was
Get
something
away
else
from
about
here.
me. Like, you can do some other stuff. Like,
Yes,
you
sir.
don't got to do this, man. And so I just think God is, my whole life, man, he's walked me by the hurt and pain, right? So that I could identify with it, right? Like, let me, like, get scathed by it enough and scarred, like, but not too much
Not
where
too
it
much.
took me.
Yeah.
Like, I was telling somebody a story the other day, man, God bless me. I remember, me and my boy, we wanted to get in the dope game, right? We remember box shells, knuckle tops, and
Yes, sir.
money. You know what I'm saying? We wanted that, man. And so middle school, we go get a little rock, double up. We gonna spend a 20, turn it into 40. We finna come up. We got dreams.
Yeah.
So we get the rock, right? We go buy it, and we finna do it. And I said, I'm gonna go first. Somebody come up, I sell it. I come back with my boy with the money. The dude leave. I'm feeling good, like we did it.
Right.
Next thing I know, I hear somebody coming back like, man, what's up? These youngsters, man, don't know what they doing out here, man. And he come over to me and take the money out my hand. Basically, we sold him something fake. But we got sold something fake. But I don't know. I'm
Right.
13.
Wow.
I'm trying to get in the game. Like,
Wow.
but so I was telling the story, like, what if I'd have been successful that day? Right? Because the lights was on. I came back with the money, like, I was
ready.
bold enough. Like, I'm finna go get it.
Yeah.
And God busted that window right there to say, that ain't your journey.
Yeah.
And that shook me enough to be like, okay, I don't think that's really me.
Right.
I don't really want that like that. Like, I could have been it for me.
Yeah. You
On a
sold it to the
humbug.
wrong person.
Like, and this is the 7th time it happened. Like, he like, today, I ain't taking no more.
Yeah.
And it's on, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, Oakland, that's kind of what Oakland was like, man, to let me get pushed to the edge. And so from that scenario, man, we kind of moved to Richmond. I got a new set of friends, started playing Little League football, went to Deanza, man, played football. And so my senior year, I was good on the field, but I didn't get them grades right, the SAT, man. So I had to go to junior college. And I remember coming to a crossroads, man. Me and my wife, she was my girl then. That's a blessing to see her with my whole
your high
journey,
school.
man. The whole journey, man. But my wife, man, went to a concert in Berkeley. And I came back like, you know what? I'm going to be a rapper. I ain't playing football. I come home, I tell my mama, she like, no, you ain't. You going down to that community college, Contra College, you go sign up, you playing football, you go to school. And so I took that journey, man, and football took me so far, but it was coming out of football where God got personal with it. You know, I grew up around the church, but when I got old enough, man, I didn't want to church. I was already tired of my aunties and them grandmama and grandmama telling me what to do. You think I'm gonna give my life to Jesus? I know he got too many rules. I thought Jesus for when you die, right? Like when you get older, I'm sick, heaven or hell. All right, let me get that right. But I knew if I was going to ever live my purpose, God said, you need Jesus now.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
He ain't just a savior, right? But he's the one that lets you see who you really are, man. And so that's kind of my Oakland journey.
That's your Oakland journey. Then you came to my town, Richmond, California, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, and them some places to survive, man. And you know, we were talking about this earlier, Larry, and that is that, you know, sometimes we on the backside of the mountain, you know, and people seeing us going through our struggles and doing all that. But, you know, God has a way of using all of that to catapult you to a place where people be like, that ain't Larry, is it?
Like,
you know,
he's out of nowhere. like I remember, and then all of a sudden, you know, but that's God, right? When he's making a statement, he uses story, right? The Bible, more than information and theology, it's a story.
Yes.
It's God's story of his glory, brokenness in humanity, and what he did to bring humanity to himself, right? His promises, his covenant. And so God takes individual stories. The Bible's full of people's stories who went through it. And God went down there and got them where they were and lifted them up and caused them to do great things that they weren't capable of on their own.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, man, that's God, man. So I'm just living out God's story.
Yeah, man. And so you said you wanted to be a rapper and you became a rapper,
right?
But you are doing gospel rap. It's a genre that I think most people in the old school traditional church have a problem identifying with. What were your experiences? What are your experiences as far as rap and it being ministry in the traditional church? What kind of feedback do you get?
It's crazy. So this is 25 years for me,
yes,
right?
Sir.
I feel like I'm Run DMC in this day, right? You know, I've been in the paint. Christ, like we've been in the paint. So it was crazy, man, how God has a way of telling you, I'm not having you go off of traditions. Like some things God calls you to do ain't been seen before, right? It's a path you blazing a new trail. Like go this way for me, and you can only listen to God's voice. Because remember, He told Abraham, "Come to a place I will show you." Right? It's just trust me, and I'll tell you when we get there. Yeah. So I think it was that my first time after I got saved, I went to a church that's excited in the Lord. Testimony service, like Wednesday, I just stumbled on in there because I'm looking for somewhere to go. I'm excited in the Lord. I get up in the testimony service, tell them the Lord saved me. I said, hey, I got a little acapella verse. Let me spit it for y'all right quick. I get to going. The deacon come put his hand on my shoulder. He's like, son, we don't allow that in here.
Wow.
I went back to my seat, crushed, because I think I'm coming to the body that will welcome the brother. Like, man, the Lord got me from over there.
Yeah.
This is my gift. This is what I'm finna go tell the streets.
Wow.
And they said, we don't allow that. I'm confused. I'm just coming into the church. So I kind of like start thinking, well, maybe I can't do this. But God, that week, that was on like a Thursday. Sunday came, I met somebody in the steam room who gave my number to somebody. That next Tuesday, somebody called me and said, hey man, we having an outreach on Saturday. I heard you do Christian rap. We love for you to come by.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
This was the beginning for me. I ain't had no seat. It was tapes back then. I ain't had nothing.
Right.
I'm in my room alone with God writing stuff. And so God pulled me into it that day. And I've been on the path ever since. Right? He told me, no, not the church per se giving you permission to do this. This is heaven giving you permission. Go, son, run your race. And so we've been on it ever since then. Man.
Yeah, man. And like you said, I like how you said that. God will make you go in a different direction that everybody can't do. And see, when I see you out there on the corner, man, and you deep in the elements. You see them walking by, but they all stop and acknowledge you because they feel your heart. Right. You're feeding them and you're feeding them.
Feeding them and feeding
you know?
them. Feeding them and feeding them.
And they hearing, and then, you know, the cold part about it is I see people and you know, they might, that
music.
seed, you know, and I see them, you know, like hearing you, even though they, you know, focused on whatever.
Consistency.
Yes.
has gathered that for me. God said, just keep showing up. That's what Jesus would do. I just keep coming. Said, I ain't gonna fix nobody overnight.
Yep.
Don't look at them as projects. Look at them as people that need to be reminded I love them.
That's
reminded that I see them.
That's
right where they at. I ain't gonna fix it today. We're not fix it for 3 years, but just go and be next to them. Let them know I love them as they are, right?
Yes,
and so I think that's my mission. And so I got the freedom now to be just creative.
Yeah.
How can I tell them that God loves them in this song? And what about that song? I'm just making.
Hey, you got tracks.
I got like on my thumb drive, I got like 130 songs.
Wow.
In the last 5 years. So this what happened to me. Like my volume went up. Like he turned it up a notch because I found out I'm going to die.
Right.
And I'm not sick. And it's not scary. It wasn't even a scary. He just found like, like a football game. Larry, the game gonna be over.
Yeah.
The coach would come in the locker room and say, man, they'll come back to the locker room with no regrets.
I got you.
Leave it all on the
field.
field.
Leave it all on the field.
So that's what the attitude rose up in me. And I'm like, well, what can I do in my hands right now? That's what I got. I got music.
Yeah.
Take that down there then. It's
Yes,
my
sir.
drum, right?
Yes,
Little
sir.
drummer boy. I ain't got what they got, but that's what I got. I'm gonna beat this for him.
I got 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread.
I'm
What
gonna
can you do
offer
with
to
it?
him and see what he want to do with this. And this what he want to do. I've been traveling around the country.
Yes, sir.
Going into neighborhoods. It was crazy. I went to Houston for a conference, and I said, all right, you got me booked, but make my flight 2 days earlier. I'm going to do some of my stuff when I come in. So y'all flying me. So I went, asked my boy who out there, hey, where should I go, man? I'm going to do a little thing. I went and bought me a sound system like I use out here.
Yeah.
So I have exactly what I need. I don't want no problems. Went to Fifth Ward, man, pulled up at a gas station. Man, I was out there for about an hour and a half. And the same thing that happened out here happened out there, man.
Wow.
Just a love fest,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Grateful that I showed up, man. And
yeah.
I'm just like, man, I get to do this.
I
It don't
love
cost
it.
me nothing about $50. A little bit of food.
Yeah.
And a little bit of time.
Yeah. Look, what if people want to donate some food, man, and just come and set up a spread and feed the people while you out there ministering to them? Give them your information so they can get in contact with you.
So you can email me at preachaustin, that's like Texas, Austin, Texas, preachaustin@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, PLA4HIM.com, PLA4him.com, and everything else you need is there. We would love for y'all to come and support that.
Yeah, that'd
man.
be
It'd
good,
for y'all
y'all.
to come out there and touch the street. We would love you to give us food. We'll serve it, but if you would come and serve it too and see what's happening out there, I just feel like God has multiplied it in your heart. So thank y'all. Thank you for that shout out. On that.
Absolutely, man. I'm coming out. I
Yes,
told
sir.
you.
Yeah, we gonna
the
do
Steve
it.
Parker Show gonna be out there with you. We're gonna feed some people, man, and just love on some people, man. What about this coronavirus thing, man? You know, what's your take on that, man?
Yeah, I think, man, it's a real sensitive subject right now. It's getting politicized, and people, however you taking your stance, people are judging. And I just come to it in a personal way. Like, man, there's no judgment on nobody. Everybody do what you got to do. Take the precautions you need to take.
Yes.
But I feel like as I speak to the church, this is one of those things that we know would come, right? In the end times, pestilence. I'm not predicting like tomorrow. This is like none of that. But as the world gets deeper and it gets more evil, the times get more challenging, we're going to see stuff like this. The church can't go away. The church got to stand forth. Like there was a time in Rome when Caesar and the people were getting sick. And even though the Christians were being oppressed onto the lions, when the people were sick, the Christians went out there to take care of them.
Wow.
These ain't even our people. And then Caesar had to take notice. They got something. I don't believe it, but they got something.
Wow.
I wouldn't even do that. So the church can't go away.
Wow.
Church got to lean in. Like, come on, Jesus would go away. Like, understand, put your gloves on, get your hand sanitizer, but go back out there, man. There's people out there still hurt.
Wow.
Right? And so I just feel like that. So it's going to be a lot of churches closing. So I just think, man, I'm going to be, if it ain't raining tomorrow, we outside.
We out there.
Elevate Gospel Outreach, 14th and Willow at the park, man.
14th
Every
and
Sunday, 12:30, man, we out there. A little bit of food, a little bit of fellowship, and we pray a whole lot of Jesus, man. It'd be like 50, 60 people every Sunday
man.
in the park, man.
I love
it's
it, man.
amazing what God is doing in
Front
the
lines of battle, man.
Yes, sir.
The front lines of battle.
Yes, sir.
So you got something big coming up, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know how the whole virus. I don't know how that's gonna impact it. But either I'm gonna do the concert as is, March 21st at the Way Christian Center. 6:30 doors open, 7 p.m.
Pastor McBride.
Pastor McBride Church, man. One of my loved ones who I grew up in ministry with. But yeah, I just get to celebrate what God has done, man. 25 years ago, He called me to Himself to serve Him, and this is where He's led me. And I feel like I'm just getting started. That's what the night is, off and running. Like, it took 25 years to make me somebody. Now go do what you've been called to do. Like, you could always have done it. You got the gifts, but you didn't have the character. Yeah. Right? You didn't really love the people. Yeah. You wanted them to see you. Now you ain't trying to be seen no more. you want to serve.
Absolutely,
so, yes,
man. Absolutely. It reminds me of my story, man. And you know, I don't tell it a lot, but when I want to tell it, I do tell it, man. You know, I was out there.
Yes, sir. Gone.
Out there. Gone.
Cuckoo for
Cocoa Puffs.
Yes, sir. I know that.
And those of you who know me know that.
Right. Yes,
you know.
Sir. Yes, sir.
And you know, it was just at one point in time. You know, and everybody always say, "Oh, you got." You know, a lot of potential. You got all this, but I was like, whatever. Give me a couple dollars. You know,
I'm gonna do what I really want to do. What I really want to do. Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And there was one moment in time, you know, that somebody had said to me, God got something for you, and it ain't traditional ministry where you preaching behind the pulpit. He said, he gonna put you on airwaves, and I was like, okay, whatever, man. You know, let me get a couple dollars.
Yeah.
But he told me, he said, if you just get through this, God's gonna do something, and everybody who know you gonna say, wow, that had to be God.
That had to be God.
That had to be God.
That's why our stories are similar, because we got the same author.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he writes, like, he knows where to pick us up.
He can write a script,
He can write one, man. I mean, just think about Joseph. Like, I'm going to give you the dream. And then you're going to go through a whole situation to get right where I told you the whole time, right? Like, so when I think about this, man, I found my journal from 25 years ago. There was a prayer I prayed the day I went to church after I had the awakening, right? Listen to this prayer. The sermon was preached on Philippians 3, that I may know him.
Okay.
That was God's call to me. I heard that sermon preached 3 times before this day. It was almost like, now we finna do it. Like, I'm finna come in your heart now. This is what I wrote when I heard the sermon. Dear Lord, I want to thank you for coming into my life. Thanks for the understanding you've given me. I believe you've chosen me to do great work. I'll do it, no questions asked. Put it on my heart. I believe in you. You lead and I'll follow. I love you and I know you love me too. In reflection, I said, I owe God my life. He's been so good to me. Thank you. I owe him through the ups and downs. I owe him my life. Whatever he wants me to do, I will do it. And then here, prepare to go to work.
Prepare to go to work.
Prepare to go to work. Now, when I think about that, like, I wrote that, and I had only known the Lord maybe 15 days. March 21st is when he broke in my heart. This is April 16th, so this is just over less than a month. I wrote that in reflection here in the my first time going to church after being woke up. Those words came out, and now 25 years later, I still feel the exact same way. Like, that's the timelessness of the Spirit. He put that in me. And then my body getting older, all of that, but what's in my spirit
is the same.
And I've just now gotten to my landing mark to see the conclusion of the matter. Now he like, now go run, tell him everything I've done in your life.
Yeah, man.
I'm on my way up, baby.
There you are, man. And what I love about you, your sincerity is so real, brother. You know, when you could just start like weeping, we sit there talking. You talk about God, tears just falling down your eyes. I know that he has touched you in an authentic way. And he's going to use you, brother. I am so proud of you, and you have an open door to my show, because I believe what you're doing is unique. A lot of people can't do and go where you go and be around the people you are and touch the hearts of the people that you are. You know, when you in certain areas, they got to see your realness. They can see fake from a mile away.
All day long.
You know, but they can see real too as well, man. So, man, just talk to the people before we go. Tell them what you wanted to know, all your websites, all your stuff. You guys make sure you support this brother, because, you know, you never know what car God going to use to get people to where they got to go. And I believe this is a Bentley that God is going to use to bring people into the kingdom.
Hey, family, like, man, I really think, like, I try to share stuff on my Facebook page, my Instagram page, just as a hope to inspire others. Like, I'm running my race, and I really don't know what it looks like from the outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember playing football. I was younger, trying to get the ball. I had towels and gloves, and I'm looking at myself while I'm running with the football. The coach like, man, stop looking at yourself and run the ball. So what God has told me is, like, stop looking at yourself, trying to be a Christian. Just be from the inside out, man. Stop worrying about what you look like and live what's on your heart. And so I've been doing that, but I pray that as we share the post and all that, share that stuff, because what I'm finding out is you don't know who's going to look at it at a moment in time when they need to see it or hear it, and God speak life into them through those things. And so not just my stuff, but as you see people who are doing artistic stuff for the kingdom, share that, because this is how we advance God's word. We got saved because somebody passed it on to somebody who passed it, and we don't know who did it all, but it got to us. Let's keep passing on his word, because we know his word got power. And so I think that's what I would have you to know. Like, as you see people moving for the kingdom, let's do kingdom kind of stuff together, y'all. My website is all there. If you can come out on March 21st, if it even happening there, I might be doing a solo concert and just streaming it live because people can't come outside. I don't know what's going to happen. But March 21st, I'm going to celebrate what he did in my life 25 years ago in some kind of way. It's going to be available for y'all to tap in with your boy, man. But after that, I'm going around the country to share the gospel, and it's going to be more information for you to kind of share with us, man. And so we about the King's business. I'm grateful, man, to you for sharing your platform, brother, for the King's work, man. This is my guy, Stephen Parker, man.
That's
another brother who done rose up out of the ashes, man, that the King is at work in, baby.
Yeah, it's all good, man. We're going to continue to do this, man, and I'm going to support you 100%. You guys make sure you go share this and then go to his page, friend him, support the brother, Larry Austin. Support him, would you please? And thank you for always supporting me. Y'all know I appreciate you guys so much. And until we meet again, I'll see you guys next time. My man, Pastor Larry Austin on the Stephen Parker Show.
Bless y'all.